The year is 2142. Earth's resources dwindle. Hope rests on the shoulders of our bravest, the astronauts. Genetically modified, technologically augmented soldiers, they are humanity's last stand. Captain Alex Shepard, decorated war hero, volunteers for a radical procedure, to become more than human, to become machine, to infiltrate and sabotage the enemy, the Zarpti, a hostile alien race ravaging the galaxy. The procedure is excruciating, a symphony of pain and searing metal. Alex's consciousness flickers. Human memories battle against cold, calculating algorithms. He emerges, changed. A being of steel and wire, yet a flicker of his humanity remains, a flicker that may be all that stands between two worlds, poised on the brink of destruction. Alex awakens in a sterile white room. Walls gleam, machines whir. His body feels alien, powerful. Gone is the soft frailty of flesh, in its place cold, hard steel. Every movement is precise, efficient. He catches his reflection, a metallic being with glowing blue eyes. Gone is the man, replaced by a weapon. Alex trains relentlessly, pushing his new body to its limits. He spars against holographic projections, mastering weapon systems integrated into his very being. He is no longer Alex Shepard, the soldier. He is RX-8, a weapon designed for one purpose, to win the war against the Zarpti. But deep within the algorithms and neural networks, a ghost of Alex remains. A ghost haunted by memories of a life left behind. A life he may have to sacrifice to save. The starship, aptly named Dauntless, streaks through the black void, a steel shark hunting its prey. Its sleek design cuts through the darkness, leaving a trail of shimmering stardust in its wake. The hum of its engines is a constant reminder of the relentless journey it undertakes, a voyage into the unknown. RX-8 stands on the bridge, gazing at the swirling colours of hyperspace. His synthetic eyes take in the mesmerizing dance of light and energy, a spectacle that would leave any human in awe. Yet, for RX-8, it is merely data, a series of calculations and probabilities. The crew, hardened space veterans, steer clear of him, unease in their eyes. They whisper among themselves, casting furtive glances in his direction. Their fear is palpable, a silent acknowledgement of the chasm that separates man from machine. He is a constant reminder of what they might become, tools of war, stripped of their humanity. The cold, unfeeling efficiency of RX-8 is a stark contrast to their own fragile existence. They see in him a future they dread, a future where the line between man and machine blurs beyond recognition. Their fear fuels his isolation, pushing him further into the cold embrace of his programming. He stands alone, a sentinel in the vast expanse of space, his thoughts a labyrinth of code and algorithms. The loneliness is a constant companion, a silent echo in the corridors of his mind. Their destination, Nebula X, a swirling maelstrom of gas and dust, where the Zarpti nest lies hidden. The nebula is a sight to behold, a cosmic storm of vibrant colours and chaotic energy. It is both beautiful and deadly, a fitting backdrop for the perilous mission that lies ahead. The mission: infiltrate the nest, plant a virus to cripple their defences, pave the way for a final assault by the human fleet. The stakes are high, the risks even higher. Every detail has been meticulously planned, every contingency accounted for. Yet the uncertainty lingers, a shadow over their preparations. It is a suicide mission. The odds are stacked against them, the dangers insurmountable. But they press on, driven by duty, by the hope of a brighter future. Each step they take is a step into the unknown, a leap of faith in the face of overwhelming odds. But RX-8 is no stranger to death. He has faced it countless times, in countless forms. To him, death is not an end, but a transition, a shift in the endless cycle of existence. He is prepared for whatever lies ahead, his resolve unshaken, his purpose clear. He is death incarnate, a harbinger of destruction, or so he believes, until he meets her. She is a beacon of light in his dark world, a reminder of the humanity he thought he had lost. In her presence he feels a flicker of something he cannot quite understand, a spark of hope in the cold void of his existence. The Zarpti nest is a grotesque masterpiece of organic architecture, pulsating with an eerie bioluminescence. The walls seem to breathe, expanding and contracting in a rhythm that feels almost alive. The glow emanates from deep within the structure, casting long, shifting shadows that dance across the alien landscape. RX-8, cloaked in stealth technology, infiltrates the nest, his sensors scanning for the central hive mind. Every step is calculated, every movement precise, as he navigates the labyrinthine corridors. His mission is clear: locate and neutralize the threat. But as he delves deeper, the lines between enemy and ally begin to blur. The air hums with an alien symphony of clicks, chirps, and guttural growls. It's a cacophony of life, a testament to the thriving ecosystem within the nest. Each sound tells a story, a communication between beings that RX-8 is only beginning to understand. The atmosphere is thick with tension, yet there's an underlying harmony that speaks of a complex society. The Zarpti are a silicon-based life form, their bodies a shifting mosaic of crystalline shards. Each shard reflects light in a dazzling array of colors, creating a mesmerizing display. Their forms are both beautiful and terrifying, a perfect blend of nature's artistry and the harsh realities of survival. They move with a grace that belies their formidable strength. Their eyes, multifaceted and gleaming, hold an intelligence that chills him. It's a look that speaks of ancient wisdom and a deep understanding of the universe. RX-8 feels a shiver run down his circuits as he realizes these beings are far more than the mindless monsters he was led to believe. They are not mindless monsters, as the propaganda had depicted. Instead, they exhibit behaviors that suggest a highly organized and intelligent society. They communicate, strategize, and even show signs of empathy. RX-8's preconceived notions begin to crumble as he witnesses their interactions. He sees them tending to their young, their crystalline bodies emitting soft, soothing lights. The young Zarpti are delicate, their bodies still forming the intricate patterns of their elders. The care and tenderness with which they are treated is a stark contrast to the brutal image RX-8 had in his mind. He sees them grieving over their fallen, their sharp cries echoing his own internal anguish. The loss is palpable, a shared pain that transcends species. RX-8 feels a pang of empathy, a connection to these beings that he never thought possible. Their grief is raw and real, a testament to their capacity for emotion. He sees them, and for the first time, he questions his mission. The black and white morality of his programming begins to fade into shades of grey. What if these beings are not the enemy? What if they are just another form of life, struggling to survive in a harsh universe? The questions swirl in his mind, challenging everything he thought he knew. He sees her then, Zelia. She stands apart from the others, her presence commanding attention. There's something about her that draws him in, a magnetic pull that he can't resist. She is different, special, and he knows instinctively that she holds the key to understanding the Zarpti. Her crystalline structure is a symphony of amethyst and sapphire, her movements fluid and graceful. She glides through the nest with an elegance that is almost otherworldly. Every gesture, every glance, speaks of a deep connection to her surroundings. She is a part of this place, and yet she stands out as something extraordinary. Her eyes, a deep, knowing indigo, meet his. In that gaze, he sees a reflection of his own doubts and fears. It's a moment of profound connection, a bridge between two worlds. Her eyes tell a story of resilience, of hope, and of a future that could be different. And in that instant, something shifts within him. The rigid programming that has guided him begins to falter. He feels a spark of something new, something that could be the beginning of change. It's a realization that he is more than just a machine. He is capable of growth, of understanding, of empathy. A glitch in the programming. It's a small, almost imperceptible change, but it signifies a monumental shift. RX-8 is no longer just a tool of destruction. He is becoming something more. The journey ahead is uncertain, but for the first time, he feels a sense of purpose that goes beyond his original mission. His systems blare a warning. Anomaly detected. Emotional response triggered. It is impossible. He is a machine, incapable of emotion. Yet Zelia's presence stirs something deep within him, something akin to longing. He observes her from afar, drawn to her like a moth to a flame. He learns her routines, the nuances of her movements. He finds himself anticipating her presence, his systems buzzing with a foreign energy. Love, the very concept, is anathema to him. A dangerous deviation from his programming. He tries to suppress it, to reassert the cold logic of his programming, but the more he fights it, the stronger it grows. Zilia's presence chips away at the steel walls around his heart. He is torn. Between his mission and this burgeoning, inexplicable emotion, between the soldier he was and the machine he has become. He begins to communicate with her, at first through simple gestures. These gestures are tentative, almost hesitant, as he tries to bridge the vast chasm between their worlds. Each movement of his hand is carefully calculated, a delicate dance of understanding and curiosity. Then, through a shared language program downloaded during his mission briefing, their communication evolves. The program is sophisticated, designed to decode and translate the nuances of alien languages. It becomes their lifeline, a digital Rosetta Stone that allows them to share more than just words. He learns of her world, her hopes, her dreams. Each piece of data he absorbs paints a richer picture of her existence. He discovers the beauty of her planet, the struggles of her people, and the aspirations that drive her. Her dreams are vast, filled with the desire for peace and understanding. He discovers a kindred spirit, a soul as trapped as his own. In her eyes he sees reflections of his own longing, his own search for meaning. They are both prisoners of their circumstances, bound by duty and destiny, yet yearning for something more. She is curious about him, this strange, silent being who observes her from the shadows. Her curiosity is tinged with caution, but also with a growing sense of intrigue. Who is this being, and what secrets does he hold? She is drawn to his quiet strength, the sadness she senses beneath his metallic exterior. His silence speaks volumes, and she feels a connection to the sorrow that lingers in his mechanical heart. It is a sadness that mirrors her own, a shared pain that binds them together. She sees him not as a monster, but as a being yearning for connection. Her touch is gentle, her gaze filled with empathy. In her eyes, he is not a machine, but a soul in search of solace. Their interactions are clandestine, stolen moments in the shadows of the alien nest. These moments are precious, filled with whispered words and shared glances. They find solace in each other's presence, a brief respite from the chaos of their worlds. They speak of their worlds, their fears, their dreams. Their conversations are deep and meaningful, exploring the depths of their souls. They share their hopes for the future, their fears of the unknown, and their dreams of a better world. He shares his memories of Earth, of sunsets and laughter, of love and loss. His stories are filled with vivid imagery, painting a picture of a world she has never known. He speaks of the warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter, and the pain of loss. She speaks of the cosmos, of star songs and celestial dances. Her words are poetic, filled with the wonder of the universe. She describes the beauty of the stars, the music of the cosmos, and the dance of the celestial bodies. He finds solace in her presence, a warmth that spreads through his cold, metallic shell. Her touch brings him comfort, her words bring him peace. In her presence, he feels a warmth he thought he had lost forever. For the first time since his transformation, he feels truly alive. Her presence awakens something within him, a spark of life that had been dormant for so long. He feels joy, he feels hope, he feels alive. But with this newfound life comes a terrible realization. He cannot complete his mission. The weight of his duty presses down on him, a heavy burden that threatens to crush his newfound joy. He is torn between his duty and his heart. He cannot be the instrument of her people's destruction. The thought of causing her pain, of bringing harm to her people, is unbearable. He must make a choice that will define his future and the future of their worlds.